Hello, Team Flyer. Welcome back to another episode of The Always Believer. I'm your host, Ariana Redondo, and I'm here today again, once more, to bring you new light and new energy and a lot of deep thought, basically, in a really short amount of time for you to start your day or continue your day or end your day in the most loving, reassuring way possible. As you know, this is season 3 of the Always Believer podcast. We have over 100 episodes where you can find us anywhere and everywhere that you can ever listen to a podcast. So through iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, etc. We also have YouTube videos now starting up and a whole lot of goodies coming our way. So you can as well find us, that's right, at thealwaysbeliever.com. And if anything, Instagram, TikTok, come find me, come chat, let's do this. Now, today's episode is going to be all about permission granted. And I adore that because I was listening to his messages long ways back, and I had a friend speak to me about this, right? And it's like, you have my permission. I'm like, what you talking about? You have my permission. If that's what you need to hear right now, you have my permission. And my dear friend, he went on and on about with examples that I'm going to tell you. And I'm like, this actually clicked with me in that very moment. So I felt the luxury and the happiness to share that energy with you, for you to feel how I felt, but also for you to realize that you have permission. Now, when we think of the words permission granted, before I get into the mumbo jumbo of things, I think of two things. My Disney heart thinks of Aladdin and the genie, wish granted. And then my inner child thinking of my, childhood or any childhood in general. It's when your parents allowed you to go out on Saturday night, hang at the mall, do whatever, basically. You got permission to do that, right? As adults, we don't really... how do we put this? We don't really have that opportunity. And for most of us, we are so used to doing things on our own, of course, that we kind of forget and we give permission to other people to do certain things. Like when they say, hey, you want to go to the beach on Saturday? We're like, oh, okay. You're allowing that person to say, you're saying yes to that person, allowing yourself to be with that person. Therefore, permission granted to be like, oh, let's go to the beach. I like your plan, instead of doing something that I was thinking of or whatever, for example. I feel like we kind of forget that we give ourselves that permission because we are our own biggest hero. We are our own best friend. We need to talk to ourselves in the most loving and peaceful and kindest way ever. So, just in case you forgot to tell yourself permission granted on a million gazillion things, because your ideas, thoughts, emotions, and everything you own and have within you are worthy of that, today I'm here to remind you. So, permission granted, Team Flyer. Permission freaking granted. All right? Permission granted to let go of the past. That's how your mind just went, right? Permission granted to no longer feel guilty or ashamed of something you've done, something you've said, something you spiraled. Done. Over. Sip. Nada. Permission granted to let go of whoever made you feel like your worst self. Permission granted for all the times you've spiraled over the exact same thing. It's done. It's over. Lesson learned. Permission granted to let the F go. Oh, please and thank you. As human beings that we are, we get so tied up in the past and the present. The past and the future so many freaking times. Because we usually are at one point in our lives right now, we're like, oh, I said that wrong, or I didn't mean to say it that way, or it came out wrong, or why was this person mean to me, and what did I do to make them feel that way, or make them treat me that way, or that kind of vibe to it. Or we're thinking of just the past. Kind of like, why did this experience happen to me? And I don't understand. And I thought I was learning and like, I'm such a good person, but like, why am I still in this dead end job? Or like, what am I, like that, once again, that already kind of vibe to it of the nervous system, of anxiety coming out. As human beings, we get really stuck up on that, or in the future of always thinking about the next move, of always wondering what we're going to do next, of like, okay, so I did everything I needed to do today. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. I still need to go like do the lunch, do the dinner, of course, but what am I doing tomorrow? But so tomorrow, okay, so I have to take the kids first thing in the morning because one of them has a dentist, of course, and then the other one I have to take to school, but after that I also have a work meeting to attend to. But of course, at the end of the day, I'm also going to hang out with my friends, but also I have my partner who needs me to go to the grocery really quickly. But you know what, maybe we can do it over the weekend. Man, that was exhausting to say. So, once again, as human beings that we're either a little too stuck up on the past or too fast forward to the present, even if the present is the following weekend, even if the present is the following day, even if the present is tonight when it's like 8 a.m. and you're thinking about what to have for dinner tonight. Yeah, I know. Mind-blowing, isn't it? And also, I know you probably know this because you're a human being like me and we do this a lot. I think more of the future than the past, and not even what I'm going to eat tonight for dinner. If it's 7 in the morning, for example, I think it's, as you already know me, if you're new, then I'm going to repeat it myself once more for those who know me. I'm always in survival mode, have been in survival mode most of my life, so I'm currently transforming myself to not be in survival mode because I'm doing so much better. But once you're in survival mode for most of your life, it's hard to make that switch. So for me, I'm always thinking of the future, of my future steps, my next job, my next step, my next recording, my next meeting, my next, and then you forget. So I forget that right here, right now. So, going back to those magical, beautiful, wonderful words of today's episode, permission granted, right? So, with permission granted, the prison of the past has set you free. It's gone. It's like, hey, hello, you're free. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Right? Can you hear it calling your name, Team Flyer? Insert your name here. You're free. You're free to go. Will you take it? That's my biggest question. Will you take this permission granted? Will you take the opportunity to be right here in this moment? For you to see the magic and the light that you have right here in this moment surrounding you and everything that you do. Will you take it? To be truly so immersed in the here and the now without bringing their past to your present, without thinking of tomorrow's dinner right now, in such a way that you're able to see the beauty in everything and everyone because you are right here, right now. You're not bringing the past to the present. You're not bringing the future to the present. You are here. So we're going to take a deep breath. For those who love seconds, we're going to take a deep breath. And if you're like me and you love dessert and you want some chocolate, we take another deep breath. Do you feel it? Do you feel that calmness? Energy that just arose. And Team Flyer, if you didn't stop and take deep breaths, stop this podcast episode right now, rewind, and do that again, please. Because the calmness that you feel right now, that's you feeling yourself in the present moment. Right now, let's take my example. Let's take me as an example. I'm recording this. Not only via podcast, as in actually with the mic in front of me, I'm recording for YouTube as well, a video in front of me, And yeah, I'm looking at my notes, I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking at different things. And a lot of times when I record, I'm thinking of the next thing to say, especially when I'm interviewing, because you also have to be attentive, but at the same time, be preventive and things like that. But what's so useful about this mythology, this freedom that comes with being in the present, being in the moment, being in the now, you start to appreciate and you start being calmer, and you're like, whoa, right now, not only am I like looking, if I look right now where I am, not only am I looking at my notes and the time and the mic and the video, of course, it's a beautiful, sunny, clear blue sky day. People who are watching this video through YouTube, you can like see the sun beam. I look and feel beautiful. I'm wearing a, I don't know if you can see it. You can see it a little bit now for those on YouTube. I'm wearing a pumpkin Halloween sweater. I know it's nowhere near October right now. I just love Halloween, and I love that spooky kind of vibe, that magical, mystical, witchy kind of vibe. And I put this on today, and I was like, you know what? It's nice and like fuzzy and warm. I'm seeing my living room that I adore and all the things that I adore. And you're like, what's the point though? The point is, there's many points to this. And the first one I can think of course, is for you to appreciate where you are. It makes you see the magic behind the magic. Because we're so caught up in our daily lives of seeing the same thing, seeing your same piece of furniture, seeing the same kind of shows or the same kind of time, and very monotonous in a very schedule-like time that we kind of forget to see the magic that involves all that. I have this conversation a lot as well when it comes to traveling because I'm a world traveler since like I was 6 months old, and I'm the first one that's going to hop on a plane to like go to India or go to Australia or go anywhere basically, because I love the experience. I love seeing different cultures and different things. And I've been very thankful, and I also made it work to the point that a lot of the times I lived in very touristic places. I'm not saying beachy, tropical places. I'm saying like cities that have monuments, that have a lot of tourists and things like that. And you see the tourists, they're like, oh my God, I'm in so-and-so place. And you see like that building and they're so excited. But then you see people who live there, they're like, oh, it's just like, it's the building that we always see. But I'm like, how often do you stop and realize and see that building for the beauty that it is? Same goes for the bar that you go to once a week. Same goes for the playground you take your kids a few times a week. Simply what I'm stating with this, of being present, being in the moment, with this permission granted, is that at this very time, the more you slow down and be in the present, the more you see magic everywhere around you. So this is why I was telling you, permission granted. Because we need to give ourselves that permission to be like, okay, in my particular case, for example, okay, Ariadna, mi amor, preciosa, darling, that's it. Permission granted to let go of that topic. You've done it, you did it, you've learned from it, you're healing from it, it doesn't matter, but right now, be here. Right now, in front of you, you have your cat, you have your husband, you have your favorite TV show, you have your favorite stuffed animal. Well, do I really have a favorite stuffed animal? All my stuffed animals are my favorites, to be honest. It's really difficult to choose. You know what I mean? So, you have XYZ, like, just be here right now. I was watching an episode of Cougar Town, and if for anyone who loves Friends, and I'm a Monica from Friends, not to that extreme, thankfully, but to the whole cleaning and like organized kind of vibe, yes. It's Courtney Cox. She did a show called Cougar Town that aired way back in 2009, which feels like yesterday, but it's not yesterday. And in one of the episodes, her best friend, who's also her neighbor, she talks about her husband for a quick second. And her husband's like, oh, do you want to grab a coffee? And the wife goes like, he sips that coffee like it's the best coffee in the whole wide world every single day. And of course, she was being sarcastic, and especially if you know Ellie, which that's her Jules Corny Cox's character's best friend, Ellie. She's very sarcastic and just very, very blunt, to say the least. Point being, I heard that comment and I'm like, yes, to Andy. That's her husband's name. Like, that's the way you should sip coffee every single morning. And I was watching it with my husband and he goes, this is you. Not with the coffee, because I'm not a big coffee drinker, but with a lot of the things that I really do love, like chocolate milk, hashtag inner child healing, because holy crap, chocolate milk is amazing. It's one of those things that you're like, oh my god. Another one that's a good referral to these kind of moments, talking about coffee and drinks, is my Starbucks queen, Anna Exeter. Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna tag her as well. She has this whole series on Starbucks, and then now she does like her own drinks and mix and whatnot, and she's just pure golden sunshine. With her, every time she sips that coffee at the end, she does like this little scream. Like, she doesn't scream in a bad way. She's just like, it's a very excitement, happy scream. And I love that. That's what it means to be in the present moment. It could be for the cup of coffee, I guess, but it could be with, the playground with your kids. It could be pickup. It could be sitting in traffic and you're like, oh my God, I'm sitting in traffic, but I'm able to listen to this podcast. I'm able to listen to my music. I'm able to see all the different people, and I'm able to drive. I know how to drive. I know. There's something so magical when you're in the present moment. I swear. There really is. So, after all these million gazillion samples that I always love to give to you, I definitely would love to say once more, permission granted. Let it go. Will you take it? Will you take this permission granted? So, permission granted, and think, present moment, present moment, present moment, present moment, right now. Where are you right now? Let go of that past, let go of that ish, let go of the future. It doesn't matter, because right now you're not in the future, you're not in the past, you are here in the now. And if you need a bigger reminder, where's your body? Where's your body? Where is your body? It's in the now. It's here. It's not last year when it was much thinner, much fatter, much whatever the hell you want to put for an adjective here. I mean, it's on the future where it's going to be much thinner, much fatter, much whatever the heck you put there. It's here. It's in the now. So get your mind to come towards your body, and get your heart to come towards your body, because your body knows. Your body is wise. Your body's in the now. So think, present moment, present moment, present moment. That's what I'm giving it to you. Present moment. So, I feel like Camilo from Encanto. Actually, I resonate with that character a lot as well, with Camilo from Encanto. Oh wait, Camilo. Not Camilo, my goodness. Bruno, he has a whole darn song. I don't know how I was thinking of Camilo. I was thinking of the singer. Alright, before I go talk about a million other things, Bruno. I was thinking about Bruno, about his magical powers. And for those who haven't watched Encanto, please go watch it. This is not an ad. They're not paying me yet to say this. I don't think I would. I don't know. Encanto is just an amazing movie, and we've talked about it quite a bit by now. I'll continue mentioning it. But yeah, Bruno. So once again, permission granted. Whew. Present moment, present moment, present moment. All right, my team flyer. All right, today's question is, how are you going to be more present in the moment? That's how I'm going to be more present in the moment. Whenever I feel too spiraled in the back or too fast forward in the front, aka the past or the present, I'm going to take a deep breath, 1, 2, 3, or 10 if I have to. I'm going to look at my surroundings. I'm going to count 5 blessings, 5 magical things that make me smile. That's right here in this moment. And we're going to take it from there. Okay, babes? All right, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, and beautiful family team fire. So much energy. You guys get so much fireball energy from me. Anyways, have a beautiful day. I love you all very much. Thank you very much for listening. And if this resonated, you know what to do, babe. You know Team Flyer. You know where we're at. You go share, subscribe, hit the bell button, do what you need to do to make sure you get your weekly, daily doses of the Always Believer or Ariadna Plays over here, because I also have my own personal IG. I'm also on TikTok, and I love TikTok since Musical.ly days. So if you feel like scrolling one day and see an Ariadna from, oh goodness, 6 years ago, I want to say, you can easily see that. Easily, because I did not delete anything. So you scroll all the way down and you see what Musical.ly days were like on TikTok. But other than that, there's a lot of TikToks as well on the present moment of today as well. But please share, subscribe, please, please, please. The more you do, the little 5 seconds of just sharing, subscribing, commenting pushes me so much forward that it really, really, really makes a world of a difference for you to do that. So thank you very much. If you already do that, thank you so much. And if you don't, please start. We love you for it. Content creators love you for it. Show us some love. All right, I'm out. So, hug. I'm laughing at myself. Of course I am. So, hug tighter, love stronger, always believe. See you next time, Team Flyer.